Cody, thank you for coming on to do this video with me.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you on. This film isn't a comfortable watch, so today we are on the show talking about Jonathan Glazer's Zone of Interest. You finally watched it. It won the Oscar for Best International Film. What was your first reaction to this movie?
My first reaction to this movie is it's more of a respect than an enjoyment or recommendation, I would say.
Yes, yes. What did you think to the movie?
I mean, I thought the sound in this film was incredible, which is what I've heard from everybody. Like, I understand what they were getting at with the point of the movie, like how benign and mundane the lives of evil can be. But also, I feel like with the family, especially the children, they don't really know that they're like their father and the country's evil. That's just what they know, right? They just hear this stuff going on in the background while they're just living their ordinary lives of eating breakfast and going to school and playing with the dog and picking the garden.
Yeah,
But at the same time, it's not really exhilarating to watch either.
no, it's not. It's not. I went to see this in the cinema, and this made me uncomfortable throughout it.
Yeah, yeah, I can understand because, and I can see if somebody watched this and they told me they hated it, I could understand why they hated it.
Because I know people that don't like Nazis. I don't like Nazis myself, but I watched it more for to see how Glazer directed a film like this.
Yeah, and this is very similar to Under the Skin as far as like how he structures the movie, like from a visual and sound point, and there not really being a plot per se.
No, no, I've not seen Birth, but all
That I
of
have not seen Birth either. That's the only one of his I haven't seen.
yes, but judging from his filmography, he seems like he's more style than substance.
Oh, for sure, very much so.
Does even go Sexy Beast has a very straightforward plot. It does have weird visuals.
It does indeed have weird visuals, but yes, compared to his other two films I've seen, it definitely has a more conventional plot compared to Under the Skin and Zone of Interest.
I think it was a script he got hold of to direct. It's not one of his scripts. I think that's why Sexy Beast is the way it is.
That makes sense. Well, it's also his first film too, so
Yes, yes, as he started off with music videos.
that makes sense, especially how visually striking this and Under the Skin are.
Yes, definitely, definitely, and I think it is well shot. They kind of did a Big Brother thing where they had cameras in all the houses and just filmed them living their lives.
Yeah, that's exactly how it feels too. And I mean, I could definitely be disturbing and boring, and I still get the point though of what he's trying to say.
Definitely, definitely, because the whole character study is feel. It feels like he's trying to strip the hu- humanity out of him, but still show that he has a normal life.
Yeah, because he's a father, he's a husband. There's a scene with him and his wife, which Sandra Hüller plays the wife. She's also the lead in Anatomy of a Fall, so she was in
Yes.
two of the Best Picture nominations. There's a scene where they're just having a discussion and an argument about him being promoted and having to go to another camp, and she doesn't want to move.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then there's just this scene of them talking about going on vacation to Italy, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. This whole film is just about normal family life, like all the horror you hear in the background. Like it's even
Yeah.
scary when you see the fire go up in the in the chimney.
Hmm.
But this movie, what I like about this movie is it sparks conversation, and this is why I wanted to do this to see what conversation we get out of this movie.
Yeah, it's certainly if you don't just go in there and just blatantly like trash the movie because it doesn't have a plot or you fell asleep watching it, which this could happen if you're at home.
Yes,
No disrespect to the film, I'm just saying this is the kind of movie if you're not paying attention, you would fall asleep.
yes,
But it is certainly a conversational starter, regardless of how you feel about the movie. I think you would have thoughts to say on it.
yes, definitely, definitely, and because of Glazer's religion, I am very surprised he did a movie like this.
Yeah, me as well. I mean, he doesn't really, I would not say he portrays these characters heroically. He's
No,
just showing you that even the most evil or monstrosity of people also have mundane lives when they're not at work doing their evil things.
exactly. Although you do see an evil board meeting.
It's a very evil board meeting, and then them arguing over whether they should just execute them or keep some for workers and like how each of them want to conduct business.
Yes. Yeah. The one character I did feel sorry for was the mother-in-law.
Yes, 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 yes.
Cause she's the only person in the whole house who's uncomfortable. Feels like she's the audience of the whole movie.
Is she, isn't there like another woman in the house that's taking care of the baby?
That's probably the maid or the
Is that who
nanny.
that is?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Yes. I preferred Sandra Hüller in Anatomy of a Fall. In this movie, she kind of has the Mrs. Oppenheimer effect where she doesn't really have much to do.
Yeah, I definitely think Anatomy of a Fall is a much better performance for her. Yeah, this is just her playing the supportive wife and trying to maintain the household. So other than the scenes with the lead character that's the husband, it's her like getting onto the house staff or her working in the house or her telling her children to do things.
Yes, definitely. But I do think the main actor, Christian Friedel, did a good job at playing the main character.
And he looks like a Nazi.
Exactly. He pulls it off. So, to me, I feel like Glazer is very Kubrick influenced, a lot more than other Kubrick influenced directors.
Um, yes, he is probably. I feel like though, even though Kubrick was a very cold and more visual director too, I feel like most of his movies still had plot to them.
Yeah, yeah, but you can see that Glazer takes influence from Kubrick, especially with this film, because certain shots, certain structures, and certain way like the characters move is very similar to Kubrick.
Hmm. Yeah, there's definitely a symmetry in the style of shots here.
In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Stanley Kubrick would have directed a film like this if he was still alive.
It makes me wonder what his film he was trying to develop called the Aryan Papers was going to be about.
I've never heard that story before.
Yeah, he was developing a Holocaust film at one time, but then I think he saw Schindler's List or heard Spielberg was making Schindler's List and kind of was like, well, I don't need to do that now.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, this although it is credited that Mika Levi does the music, you don't hear any of their music in this. The music's rarely heard.
Yeah, it's almost all score.
You mean sound?
Well, I mean, it is almost all sound. I mean, except for I feel like there's some pieces with a score in it, though.
I think like one or two.
Yeah, but yeah, it is mostly playing on sound, which I believe it won an Oscar for, right?
Yes, it be. I'm surprised it beat Oppenheimer.
I mean, the people that love this movie really love it, and the people, and one of the things they praised it for was its sound.
Yeah, I do praise it more for its sound and cinematography.
Yeah. Well, it didn't win cinematography. Didn't Oppenheimer win that?
Your Oppenheimer won cinematography. Yeah, so Zone of Interest beat El Capitano, Perfect Day, Society of the Snow, and The Teacher's Lounge.
Well, I can't really compare it because I haven't seen any of those other films.
I've only seen
Uh,
Society of the Snow and Perfect Days.
okay. Did you prefer those to this film?
Perfect Days is a Wim Wenders film, so it's kind of similar to Zone of Interest, but obviously about a nice, humble Japanese toilet cleaner. Society of the Snow, I feel like should have been more of a contender for this award, considering how it's an actual story and there's better stakes and a better plot, and you're seeing these kids try and like survive for their life out in the wilderness.
Hmm. I
Yeah, I feel
just baffled that France did not select Anatomy of a Fall. I wonder if they were trying to get Taste of Things to get nominated, which it should have been.
isn't Anatomy with all the majority of it in English?
Um, Anatomy of a Fall or Taste of Things.
Anatomy of a Fall. So I know there's a lot of
I mean,
English.
a lot of it is in English. It's kind of maybe that's why they didn't select it.
Yeah, that's probably why. Because even though this film is from an English speaking country, not a single word of English is spoken in this movie.
Yeah, it's all German, and Sandra Hüller is a German actor. I don't know if all the other actors in the film are German.
Yeah, they do speak a bit of Polish. There is a Polish girl who walks around
Hmm.
the house, and you see it with this kind of night vision.
Yeah,
That was interesting.
it was interesting. Of course, when I first saw it, I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, it is one of those movies. Like it's not just uncomfortable. It does space you out like several times. You're thinking, "What am I watching?"
Exactly. It's a tough watch, not just because of the subject matter, but also just it's a test, which
Is
I can see why this should have been seen on the big screen, but unfortunately it never played near me.
really they don't play any of the Oscar contenders in the cinema near you.
Um, Not a lot of these what what you would call art house films a lot of times.
So you have
especially.
to wait for all the really cool and bonkers movies.
Yes, I don't get a lot of international films in my area. I have to like drive to Dallas a lot of times to see those kind of movies. Like Parasite played here after it won the Oscar,
Yeah,
and we got Godzilla minus one, and anime does fairly well in our market, enough where they will play it.
yeah,
But normally, yeah, if it's an international film, hardly ever do we see it unless it's one of the rare cases that it does really well.
yeah, yeah. It's weird to think that three international films, what won Oscars. Anatomy of a Fall won screenplay, this one sound. The Boy and the Heron won animated feature, so that makes it four, and Godzilla minus one visual effects. So I think this has been a great year for international films.
Well, I think the Academy increasing its votership, the international market has definitely shown its presence in the last few years at the Academy, right? Especially post Parasite. I feel like at least one international film has gotten into Best Picture nomination. With, of course, this past year it was two.
Exactly. Exactly. I think they should make it a rule that they should have at least one international film for Best Picture, even if it's not the front runner for international film.
Yeah, but I feel like so far they have put one that is the front runner because Zone of Interest, and then of course Parasite. But let's see, I don't think they nominated an international film for 2020, but that's a different year.
For me, I would have added two extra nominees, which I think should have got nominated, and they are Another Round and Soul.
And then let's see, 2022 was it Triangle of Sadness?
Uh, no, All Quiet.
All Quiet. That's right. All Quiet one, which well, I mean, I guess that, but Triangle Sadness is mostly in English, even
Yeah.
though it's made in another country. And then was there an international film nominated in 2021?
Drive My Car.
Drive My Car, right? Yeah. Which won Best International Film? Yes. So yeah.
I'm glad that international films are on the rise. I've been saying to people for the last 2 years that we need to start taking influence from from the international markets. And I think what Glazer's done is he's made a way for a British movie to try and tell a new story from a different perspective.
Yeah, I mean, especially since, I mean, how many Holocaust movies have been made? I mean, yes, it's tricky to let's do it from the perspective of the Nazis, but I think instead of just, he doesn't really portray the Nazis as the good guys. He's just like, "Ooh, they're just doing the same stuff we're doing. They're just doing atrocious things when they're at work."
Exactly. Hence why the backdrops all makes you feel uncomfortable.
And it also lets you know, like, if you are indoctrinated into an ideology, like, you don't even think about it being evil because you just think that's the way the world is because that's your job. And
Yeah,
it's not really defending this ideology, it's just showing you that's how these people just go on about their day like it's just a Tuesday.
definitely, definitely. What also made this film kind of blow up around the time of the Oscars? Well, it was Oscar night actually, because Jonathan made a speech that left people
Mhm.
questioning everything.
Yes, he did have a very passionate um, speech regarding, genocide and the treatment of people and what happens to them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he mentioned that he made the film to show where dehumanization was at its worst.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's hard to make a Nazi character empathetic or sympathetic because at the end of the day, they they might be brainwashed, but the Nazi ideology is wrong. And if you do if you are one of those idiots that believes that, just remember a really famous rapper praised Nazis and his career went down the toilet.
Also, no race is superior to the other. We're all the same. We're all humans trying to make the best of it.
Exactly.
And so nobody is superior to the other, and we should be treating people equally.
Exactly. Like I respect you and you respect me.
Yeah, I mean, we are from different countries, but we should respect each other just because we're both humans.
And we both wear glasses and we both love movies.
There's so much in common, Robbie.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, how much did this? Oh, $50 million at the box office. That's quite good for an art house movie.
Especially international. Yeah, so I think it did pretty decent, and I don't know how much this movie cost to make.
It
Can't
doesn't.
imagine it was that expensive.
It doesn't say. But yeah, it did. But it did beat one record at the BAFTA. No film has ever done this before. It won Best British Film and Best Film Not in English.
Yeah, but yeah, I would say most things don't do that, right? Because most British films are in English.
Yeah, exactly. And I praise the BAFTAs a lot because they kind of highlight more of these kind of movies, and I think it was a good choice letting this be kind of the one that unites Britain with other European cultures.
Yeah, that is one thing I think the BAFTAs do. I think they're still a little bit slow on nominating people of color, though. I feel like a lot of people of color don't get nominated at the
The
BAFTAs,
woman from The Color Purple was nominated last year, and so was the woman from Rye Lane.
but they did not nominate Lily Gladstone.
Yeah, why wasn't she nominated?
And I feel like I wasn't Michelle Yeoh not nominated last year?
I don't think she was.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
But
yeah,
I mean, no award show is perfect,
sorry,
but
she did. She did win. No, she didn't. No, she was nominated, but Kate Blanchett won. But the BAFTAs did nominate Danielle Detweiler.
okay.
Any Oscar, any award that nominated Daniel Detweiler is better than the Oscars of 2022.
They're none of them are perfect, but I also feel like the BAFTAs sometimes lean towards their area more so too.
What, the UK and Ireland?
Hmm.
Yeah, and most of Europe.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think this is an interesting movie. It's not my favorite. Like, it's a 4-star rated film. I didn't love it. I can't really love a film that makes me uncomfortable.
That's fair. You rated it higher than I did. I gave it 3.5.
That you probably gave it that for the same reason I did, where you appreciated it being a well made movie, but I guess it probably made you uncomfortable as well.
Yeah, I knew going in I wasn't gonna like love this movie probably just because of the subject matter, but also, yeah, I was like, okay, this is more well made, but I'm not engaged really with what's going on.
Exactly. It's not like All Quiet where you're engaged the entire time, even though it is the enemy's point of view.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I think this is a better made movie, in my opinion, than All Quiet, but All Quiet's probably a more watchable movie.
Yeah, definitely. 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 But yeah, I don't mind like watching a movie that makes me uncomfortable or has a rough subject matter. It just might not be my favorite movie. If this is your favorite movie of last year, or you know, I'm not going to accuse you of being a Nazi. You like what you like.
I mean, there was a lot of people that praised this film, and I don't think a lot of them are Nazis. I think they
Exactly.
just respected the craftsmanship of the film.
Definitely, definitely. And with
But
yeah, Glazer, do you think he's going to return in 10 years with a different movie, or do you think he'll make one sooner rather than later next time?
it's hard to tell. So, did Birth come out in '04?
Yes.
Okay, so that was pretty fast between Sexy Beast and Birth, but then it's 10 years between Birth and Under the Skin, and then
Yeah.
it's 9 years between Under the Skin and Zone of Interest.
Yes.
Yes, I don't know. Yeah, we'll say he'll at least make one more movie within 10 years.
Yes, definitely. I'm also looking at the music videos he's directed as well. I like the Universal by Blur. He
Okay.
directed he directed the video for Virtual Insanity
Hmm.
and Karma Police by Radiohead. And he's worked with Massive Attack twice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I've also noticed that in interviews he makes comments about him still being undecided as a filmmaker.
I mean, at least he's having fun with the gap in years between projects by saying that.
Yeah. Oh yes, I watched one of his short films on BBC iPlayer and it was weird.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what it was when you said virtual insanity. So he directed that really cool
No,
Jamiroquai video.
yeah, yeah, Virtual Insanity is a Jamiroquai song.
Yeah, that's a really good video.
Definitely. Have you seen the Universal video by Blur?
Um, Let me see.
They
Looks
parody
like,
a Clockwork Orange.
oh yeah, 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 yeah. I've seen this. Yeah.
Nice, it's a good video. It's a good video. Is there anything else you wanted to discuss about this movie before we wrap up the show?
I mean, if you're a completist, whether you love Glazer's work or you just want to watch all the Oscar-nominated films, give it a watch. If you already know about the movie, you already know what you're getting yourself into. I can't guarantee you're going to like the movie or respect the movie, but you might enjoy the craftsmanship of the filmmaking if you're that kind of person. But if you're just wanting a conventional movie to watch, this is not the film to watch.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. This is definitely not the movie for you. If you don't like if you really get uncomfortable with this stuff. Yes. Yeah, it's kind of disturbing in the sense where like I mean this would be rated R if you actually saw what happened beyond the
Oh,
fence.
absolutely. That was shocking to me that it's just PG-13, but then I'm like, well, they don't really curse in the film. And we're
No.
not seeing any of the atrocities. We just hear them. And there's
Yeah.
not really any sexual stuff going on in the movie either.
No. 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 So yeah, this will probably get shown in history class.
Yeah, I could see that, and I could see a bunch of students falling asleep while watching it.
Either that or or wondering what have we done to the teacher to piss him off.
He was like, "Look, it's only an hour and 45 minutes. Schindler's List over 3 hours. I can get this watched faster."
Exactly. Just spread it over 2 lessons.
There you go.
Yes. But yes, Cody, thank you for coming on to talk this film with me. I know it's not the happiest film in the world, but I think it's well made and I do respect it. But the subject matter and what goes on in this movie really make me uncomfortable. And I think I think I'm not. I've seen it twice now. I don't think I need to see it again anytime soon.
Yeah, I've only seen it once, and I I'm good.
Yeah,
No disrespect to the film, but it's just one, it's just incredibly uncomfortable to watch, and two, it's just not a really engaging story for me to put myself through that.
no, no, definitely not. I still think Maestro is the weakest of the best picture nominees from last year.
Yeah, it honestly, it's between this and Maestro for me, and number 10 and number 9.
Yeah,
Um, for
yeah,
me.
yeah. This is my 10 and 9. It's only 9 because the other films made me more comfortable.
Well, I would put American Fiction at number 8 just because it's more entertaining.
Definitely, American Fiction is a lot more chirpy.
Yeah. And then after that, the rest of the 7 films nominated, I think, are all 5 to 4 star films for me.
100%, 100%, 100%. And they should have put Spider Man in there too, or Boy in the Heron.
Oh, yeah, they should have at least put one of those in the Best Picture list. They
Yeah,
deserved it.
definitely. Right, and hopefully I'll do another video with you soon. Thank you for coming on, Cody, and talking to me
Of
about.
course. Thanks
And
for having me.
for you guys watching, if you like this video, make sure you give us a like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments your thoughts of Zone of Interest, but also let us know what other movies you want us to talk about. I want to try and do more of these with you, Cody.
Yeah, that's fine. I know we've thrown a couple of titles out there, so I didn't know which one you wanted to tackle next.
Tis I picked, tis I picked these two, you can pick the next one.
Okay, I might pick an older film if that's okay.
Go for it. Go for it. I want to explore more older movies as well. It doesn't have to be international either.
Oh, okay. I thought we were sticking with the international theme,
Okay,
but
let's stick with international then. Yeah, let's stick with
'cause-
international because then we got more of a hook then.
okay.
Yeah, I just can't really call this one an international film because it's from my mainland.
But they speak German, Robbie. They're not talking in English. No one has an English accent.
No, and I don't speak German.
There you go. I don't either, but my wife teases me and thinks I should understand everything a German person says. I'm like, it doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't work that way.
That's why I was like, I don't ask you if you understand everything someone says in Spanish.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, I think I'll have to pick a Almodovar film one day.
Oh, that would be good because I've not seen much of his work. So I need to see some of his movies.
You do. But yes, let me know. Let me know your choices, and I'll pick one.
All right.
All right, nice one, mate. Nice one. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all soon, Cody. Absolute pleasure.
Yes.
One last time, give it up, everybody, for Cody.
Thank you, thank you. Thanks for having me, Robbie. And
Always a
finally,
pleasure.
have seen all the Best Picture nominees.
Yes, yes, definitely, definitely. And if you want to see how me and Justin rank the nominees from last year, go and check out the video on my channel.
Oh, cool. I wonder how different you guys were. Because I
Oh,
know Justin wasn't hot on a lot of the movies for some
no,
reason.
he wasn't. I'll send you the link so you can have a check out yourself.
All right.
All right, bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.